She said, I got the space. I was like, okay, let's do it.
We got the space, so we said, why not? Let's do this.
Even though sometimes we felt like we let our flesh control our emotions, so we both felt like exhausted after a long day at work.
Very.
And I feel like going towards 2024, we should have like no excuses, even if we feel exhausted.
Of course.
No excuses. But it could be tough though. I ain't gonna lie. Sure.
That's why we wanted to do the event, because we're all entrepreneurs in some type of way. I feel like everybody has a service that they offer, whether it's just, you on the phone with your homegirls giving them advice, or either, you actually provide a service for people. And sometimes we don't get to take the self-care that we need. So I wanted this to be that type of event where
It's gonna feel stagnant.
yes,
Stagnant.
We know what you mean, sis.
I think I messaged you to say.
You did.
Yeah, I messaged you on Facebook. Yeah.
would be, and then you just fill in from there. It's somewhere warm, like the infinity pool, and it's going to be huge.
My sister didn't want to be on the spotlight. But what you wrote down?
Honestly, I just feel like just come up with something to where you could kind of like just make money while you sleep.
That's the goal, man.
Honestly,
that's the goal.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm 28 and I'm a manager at McDonald's, but I honestly get like overwhelmed and stressed out because I done changed my career so many times, and I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I'm stuck at a standstill. Like, I don't know what I want to do, whether it's cosmetology or party event planning or try nails. Like, I really don't know what I want to do.
And I just put it on the back burner, and that's not what I wanted to do. I sat up there wasting all that money, and I'm sitting up here running y'all spa, watching y'all make millions. How management experience is what's cool. And she was like, girl, you making a mess. You better clean that up. How you gonna get all that paint off? I'm like, I don't know. But it happened, and now the results of it is just
kind of sort of maybe something a little bit. But look at her. She's a whole perfect little
She is.
I have a male daughter. She can sit at the table and kick it with us.
And have a whole conversation with us.
And kick it with us.
I love babies like that.
Right. She's a whole old soul. So
She definitely is.
yes. And so you did that.
Creating digital products.
Ooh.
Social, and not just like social in life, more social media, more just like social in life, because I am like a homebody and I'm very quiet, but I'm also very observant of people.
And I can say that, and it's not a sin.
I showed that.
Right. So that personally is what I want to do, build and continue to grow and learn how to follow my husband. That's a problem. As well.
Eating more healthy, because I struggle with that. I be eating everything, and I'm just trying something new that will make me extra money on the side. So whether it is me having a thought of trying out nails, I could try out nails and see, how I flow with it.
It blows my mind. I'm like, hold on. Let's just start something new. Right. Ready. What's that? Yes. Okay. So I'm here to share with you all today the power of intentions and the power of your words and the energy behind the intention. And everything that I share with you, you probably already know, and you've already heard it at some point in this life or a past life. I'm just here to remind you of who you are and who you can be. But I promise you that you already know everything that I'm about to share with you. One of my favorite verses in the Bible is Matthew 7:7. And I know you all heard this before. Ask and what?
You sure
Wait, Matthew, right? Ask. Matthew 7:7, ask and it shall
7:7.
be given you. Seek and ye shall find.
Yeah.
Knock and the door shall be open to you. So with that being said, I want to ask you, what do you believe for yourself? Like, say that. What do I believe for myself?
What do I believe for myself?
Right. What do I believe for myself? So keep asking that. I'm going to ask you again as we continue. Whatever you desire to be, do, and have, the universe and God and whoever you report to is on your side, and they move everything out of the way and put things in your path, and all the stars be moving and twinkling when you say, I want this. And the unseen is like, boom, that's what you want, give it to her. And start moving things around. And that applies to negative or positive, mind you. So life and death is in the power of the tongue. So whatever you speak, you will get. So again, what do I believe for myself? Every time I say that, I want y'all to repeat it. Just, just to reiterate that. Your physical world is what you've created by what you believe for yourself. And with that being said, I have the perfect example to share with you all, which is the story of how I met my husband. So I was 16 and I'm sitting on a park bench like this with my girlfriend, and we watching the boys play basketball. I was 16, look at him, he cute, right? Right, how you watch the boys play basketball when you're 16, right? So, hold on, I want to make sure I'm in the right spot. Okay, don't look at my notes.
This cupcake busting.
Right.
So moist and good.
So here come these two, it was these two dudes in the neighborhood. First of all, they never had shirts on. Every time you saw them, it was like, this is the early 90s. So they doing pull-ups, they pushing up like that. No. There was two of them. And I said to my friend, I was like, yo, where they come? And she was like, they're doing like that for it. And they walk over to us, and I'm like, and she talking to Trey. First of all, they 24. That's my man name. Trey? Yes. She's talking to Trey. He's 24. Why are you talking to him? We're 16. Why are you doing that? So I'm sitting there and I'm looking at his friend, and his friend is standing there looking at me like, I'm like, hey, you gonna speak to me, stupid? Like, yo, you gonna say something? And he's just standing there like, well, I'm not gonna speak to him. And that was it. Like, that was it. So she continued to talk to Trey. Like, they continued their love affair. I have no idea what happened. I didn't ask. I didn't want to know. I was not a conspirator to that. I'm minding my business. But throughout the years, I would see him in the neighborhood, and I would be like, oh, there's that guy. Hey, he's super handsome. Like, nobody that I would ever say, excuse me, him, I want him. He's the one. Never crossed my mind, right? And he has somebody, I have somebody, as we're both adults. Again, I never considered him my partner. But in the meantime, I was living life. I already had 2 kids from my high school sweetheart. That didn't work out. So 10 years later, I had another child. And this time, he's about maybe 6 or 7, my youngest. And I'm fighting with his father. He's cheating. I'm calling women back. And, all the stuff you go through with somebody that you love, that say they love you. All that nonsense. Until I decided that enough was enough. Like, it had been heartache after heartache after heartache. And I was like, if I meet somebody else and he don't love me the way I love him, I'm gonna bust his head open to the white meat. That's me. I'm gonna kill him. And I felt that in my soul, so I was like, let me take a step back and figure out what I'm doing, that I gotta keep going through this. And all I had was heartache at that time. Like, I was boo-hooing every day. Like, why this man don't love me? Like, I'm giving him everything. I bare my soul. I'm cooking, I'm cleaning. I gave him a child. None of that meant anything to him, right? Plus the fact that I was almost 10 years older than him. So he's in his early 20s, and I'm 30-something, and he out the street. For real, for real. So I decided to stop dealing with him, which his narcissist, that's a whole nother meeting, a whole nother workshop, right? I just cut him off. And I started practicing celibacy, and then I started journaling, and I started praying, and I said, you know what? I know I deserve better. And if God created me, there's no way in the world that he didn't create somebody for me. So So I refuse to believe that all men are dogs. I refuse, if all men are dogs, then all women are hoes. These are the things, this is the conversation I'm having with myself. So I'm not a hoe. I know that, you know, my sister carries herself a certain way. So all men can't be dogs. Somebody put me out there. And my grandmother used to say, there's a top for every pot. And I knew that, right? I knew that to be true for myself. Somebody that wasn't gonna play games, that wasn't gonna cheat or act funny style or ghost me. I wanted to be myself. I wanted someone to see me. So I decided to act as if I was already married. So in my journaling and in my praying and reading scripture, this is me still journaling. I pretended like I was married. Yes, I pretended like I was married, and I asked myself, what do I believe for myself?
What do I believe for myself?
Right, now you might say, how in the world did you act like you were married? I had no idea who my man was, but I decided, let me pretend. So these are 3 things that I did to pretend that I was married. First, I made a list, like a clear list. I sat down and I said, what do I want in a man? And I could have wrote down the typical things like a credit score, a car, how, like I did all the internal things. So I wrote down on paper who I believed myself to be. Internally, right, kind-hearted, loving, understanding. Turns out later that I was none of those things, but that's what I thought initially. That's what I thought I was attracting, who I wanted. So I wrote those things down, and then I drew a picture, like I drew a whole stick figure. I'm gonna look at my phone and find it when I finish talking. I drew a stick figure and I wrote husband on it, and then I drew 6 lines here, and I wrote 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I wanted him to have this. I wanted him to have a 6-pack, and I drew him with shopping bags hanging off of his arms because I wanted him to be somebody that was okay with shopping for me and not feel like I was trying to get him or suck at him. And I think I wrote a Bible scripture, something I wrote on it, but I know I wrote husband on top and I put it on the mirror. And every day that I looked in my mirror, I said good morning to myself and I said good morning to him. And I said all the things to him, like, I love you, and I can't wait to meet you, and I'm so glad you shop for me. And I spoke to him like he was a real person. Sometimes I live with my mother, so she would be like, who are you talking to? And I would be like, my husband. My husband. Girl, you crazy. I'm not. Because my husband is out there, and I'm talking to him. You can see him or not? He's out there. And I was very serious and adamant about that. I bought him a toothbrush. I cleared out a drawer for him. Yeah, I did all the crazy things because I knew that he was coming. So I made room for him. No different than when you're pregnant with a baby, you know your baby's coming home. So you prepare the nursery for your baby. I prepare space for my baby. like man, right? So, and in addition to that, what did I say? I gave you I hung a picture, I bought him some stuff. Bonus steps. I have 9 steps in total, so I gave you 3. So the 4th thing that I did was I wrote him a love letter, as if I already knew who he was, and I wrote it in present tense. So the letter is actually on my Instagram. I'll give you guys my Instagram in a minute, but excuse me. Ooh, the broccoli sitting right here.
You want some ginger ale?
It was good though. Let me take a sip. Okay, so the letter was present tense, and it was I'm so glad that I have you in my arms or something like that. I love the smell of you. I love your fragrance and your big strong arms. Like I just described him. Your cocoa skin, your beautiful teeth, your handsome face. I described him as I wanted to see him. And step 5 was I created a vision board. I knew that I wanted him to be a teacher, not like his career, but in the sense of me learning from him. I was always the smart one in my relationship, and I was tired of that. I said, I need somebody that I can learn from. Otherwise, I'm gonna feel like I can dominate him, and I'm gonna be all whole masculine in the relationship. So I wanted somebody that was gonna be able to make me feel soft and pink. I cut out a black man working out in the gym. I cut out a man who was shopping in the produce section because I wanted him to be health conscious. My husband is a whole herbalist, right? He's never been certified in anything, but you can tell him what is ailing you, and he'll tell you what to take. And then when you Google it, it tells you that that's the thing you should be taking. So he's all the things that I asked for. And I started that journey in August of 2016. Fast forward to 2017. I'm coming home from food shopping. And I see him coming from a grocery store in my neighborhood. And I'm like, what you doing over here? Now this is the dude, the naked dude that was walking around in the street with no shirt on with his friend from 10 years ago, right? 15 years ago. Why are you on my block? You got 5, 6 grocery stores surrounding your home. And so we just started talking, and he didn't have no reason to be over there. He was looking for something, but along the lines of us getting married, I learned that he was looking for a particular thing that they didn't have in any of the stores, and he came to the store on my corner because I was coming from, it was destined. Like, it was God that was putting us in these places for us to just connect like that, right? And so, long story short, we got married. We met on October 31st, 2017. We married on May 25th, 2018. And we just been inseparable ever since. Now, I share all of that with y'all to say, what do I believe for myself?
What do I believe for myself?
Right? Already there. Your business is on the other side waiting for you. Your travel business, like everything that we desire is already complete. Because God has written out all of our stories. He's just waiting for us to step into or what have you. And I knew that man was out there for me. It's nothing you could tell me. Everybody told me I was crazy, and I was like, all of y'all watch. I am the first person in my immediate family to be married.
Ooh.
Yeah, I didn't think of
I
using the
still
word
don't understand why they thought.
Celebrities don't get paid for Super Bowl performances.
Yeah.
So
I was hearing more negative stuff, but I was just trying to figure out why.
All right, wasn't inappropriate.
New York. All the way from New York here.
I put my favorite candle. You got a bath.
Oh, I get a present. Wait, I gotta unbox it. I have to call you back.
Oh, you're gonna okay. Look. Okay, look. Okay, wait.
Is it gonna?
He's like, no,
It's not gonna drop right.
Oh, I'm gonna cry.
Nice. What is that? Ooh.
Oh my God, I'm just gonna bath in a hotel. That's so disgusting. I'll wait till I get home.
What is that?
I'll wait till I get home. It's bath salt.
Ooh.
And when I say hers, like really have
This
like
is amazing.
the capability that it's named after, it really does.
Okay, so it's
That one's
What you got? What show
mineral
it?
bath salt.
Bath salt?
Soothing. Yes.
It's a video?
Mm-hmm.
What else you got?
Sweet and sexy. Deodorant.
Ooh, smell it.
That's one of my favorite scents.
Ooh, this smells good.
Anybody need the scissors?
No, not right now.
you're an awesome guy, and I want to see other people. I'm going to see. Now, I'm not asking you. I'm telling you.
Motivation.
Like, just stuff like that. Like,
This is what Daddy used to tell me all the time. That's what I
this is a big motivation.
Okay, good.
You did? Yeah.
Pisces?
Where I am now. So this is my reminder to just wake up and be effing awesome, and also appreciate. I had a friend tell me that you expect
The top part. You got it?
I don't
Come
know.
right here.
You don't know. Screenshot. I know you lying.